The Backbook campaign started by artists, by creative tools in the progressive movement. We, about 3 years ago, started to become well known for our accountability and visibility tools because we started presenting Backbone Awards to people who were standing up to the Bush administration.
Or
yeah, we're going to
in the suits with the heads and then chain it together with
these fake chains, and we're actually going to take these guys down to Beale Street at 11 o'clock tonight and go bar hopping.
Oh!
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's always fun. We've done that in Washington D.C. too, in Adams, Oregon. People freak out, so it's a lot of fun.
We're the Chain Gang, and we're on a work release tour around the country to do our debt to society. Actually, I'm with the Backbone campaign. My name's Bill, and I'm from the Seattle area, but there are people from all over the country here, and we're here to have a little fun tonight.
We started presenting Backbone Awards to people who were standing up to the Bush administration. Jim McDermott, who went to Baghdad before the Iraq War, and got hell for it, became Baghdad Jim. We gave him the first Backbone Award. And then we followed it up with awards for, John Conyers, Stephanie Tubbs-Jones for challenging the lectures. Exactly, me too. Maxine Waters, a number of people for standing up for various progressive issues.
And is it that the award there? The spine, the
That's the spine, the Golden Spine Award. But we did it. We started by being very opportunistic, and started giving it to folks who weren't elected. And so we thought, hold on, we need to have a different award for that. And so we created the Spine Award. That's the Backbone Award. We have the Spine Award, which is a beautiful inlaid wooden plaque. And we've given that to Lieutenant Watada and Cindy Sheehan, and a number of other, Ray McGovern, a number of other either local officials or activists.
Backbone campaign. All right, everybody. This is the Bush Chain Gang. We're on a work release tour around the country educating on accountability in defense of the Constitution. We'd like you to visit bushchaingang.org and read about impeachment of these war criminals of various stripes, so to speak.
On the accountability front, we also have spine cards and spineless citations, what we call our thank and spank strategy for citizen lobbying, so people can hold people accountable to the platforms that they supposedly are endorsed, and then so anyway,
That's so clever, Bill.
Thank you, and we do all this in collaboration with other organizations. We don't actually organize a big event to give a Backbone Award. We'll often ship the Backbone Award to somebody who's having an event, say a labor who's having an event for Sherrod Brown in Ohio. Well, we'll ship them the Backbone. They'll present it on behalf of PDA, the whatever labor organization, and the Backbone campaign for your, standing up against CAFTA. So then there are visibility tools, and all this you can see at backbonecampaign.org on our website. But our visibility tools include things like freeway bannering. That was one of the first techniques we used to get a message out in a cheap way. A few people make a banner. They put a message. They collaborate on creating a message, and then they go and hold it over at a freeway overpass so that commuters can see it. So we had a banner that said our first banner was "Oil Men leading us into disaster." Sadly prophetic. Now we've had a banner that a huge banner that says "Brave troops, foolish leaders, begin Operation Homecoming."
No, fucking stop them, man.
I don't think it was a mistake to go into an environment that is unfriendly. First of all, I think that's interesting. I don't think that's a mistake. I think it is a mistake to not assess whether the people have been drinking too much. Because I think the guy who was in Bush had been drinking too much. It was clear that he'd been drinking too much, and he should have never been in the costume. We learned something because we haven't spent a lot of time in hostile territory. I think there's an element of training, even if it's in quotations or in the minimalist way, that people have to have an understanding of what they're getting into, especially in hostile territory. But you never know. Somebody's going to have animosity towards this kind of an action, regardless, and no matter where you are. But that that no matter what somebody else does to us, we need to stay cool. We can de-escalate, but we can't participate in the escalation of the conflict. That's the Bush plan. That's their strategy. What we found is also a series of events, and also sort of a pacing of events. It can affect the mood. One, we're around drunk people because we went into an environment where there are lots of drunk people, lots of bars, of course. So, do we hang out and let people stir and get their ideas and get their fantasies about what they're going to go do? Or do we just keep moving, keep it cool? And so, first of all, we had the altercation where somebody came up and punched. Okay, if we reacted righteously and just ignored the situation, said, "Damn, that sucked. Let's turn around and go to a little more friendly territory," I think that would have been the right choice. Of course, we had somebody who'd been drinking too much, so his reaction was to try to go punch the guy who had punched the puppet. I mean, stupid, okay, but drunk. The second thing is that the other person didn't react violently, but she started flipping people off. So if she hadn't done that, we wouldn't have gotten stalled on the next corner when the veteran who misinterpreted her flipping off the guy who punched the first puppet came out thinking she'd flipped him off and taking it against the veterans. It's a shame, because we're really not talking about the veterans. We're talking about Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld, and Rice. We're talking about the people who put 3,000 people in their, to shorten their lives. Americans, not to mention the 500,000 people in Iraq. So I think there's some lessons, and I'm certainly going to take it with me.
Right when they pulled up, there was 2 squads here, and everyone that walked by, they pulled up.
Really?
Went to the bar, yeah.
So this thing gets picked on, and the cops leave.
Before it even happened, they knew you were going into no man's zone or something. They just pulled out.
We're the Chain Gang, and we're on a work release tour around the country to do our debt to society. Actually, I'm with the Backbone Campaign. My name's Bill, and I'm from the Seattle area, but there are people from all over the country here. We're here to have a little fun tonight.
Yeah, he wanted to go use a cage ball, right?